Hey everybody, I was just checking in with you all and just to give you an update on how it went when we took Grandma to the doctors. So, some of you may know that my 96-year-old grandmother, is living with us and she lives in our mother-in-law suite. So, we need help with taking care of her, especially when I'm getting my chemo treatment. So, in order to do that, the doctor has to physically see the patient, and there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. So, we made the doctor's appointment, and it so happened to be that there was a storm yesterday at the same time we were supposed to take Grandma to the doctor. Oh my gosh. Now, mind you that she is bedridden. She can't put pressure on her legs. So we had to basically, physically put her, I had to listen to the steps. Oh my gosh. We had to do breakfast and change and all that stuff like we always do, the clothes and stuff. But getting her in the wheelchair, so hard. It was really hard to get her in the wheelchair. But we got her in there, wheeled her to the car. Now, getting her into our SUV car was hard, to say the least. It took a lot of energy and, oh my gosh, tore my back up. So we got her up, and my husband kind of held her under her arms, and then I went around to the other side. We put her in the back seat so that I could climb across, put my arms under her underarms, and he could get her legs and lift her into the car. Yeah. All while it is raining. Oh my God. You can't write it. You cannot write it. And I don't understand why they couldn't just do a video visit, but no, you got to go in and the doctor has to physically see you, the patient, in order to order any health care, hospice, respite, any of that. You got to do what you got to do. So we got her in the car, and oh boy, she enjoyed the ride. She's looking out the window. She was very quiet the whole way. She doesn't like going to the doctors or the hospital, and I think she thought that we were taking her to the hospital. I told her we wasn't, but she's got dementia. So, I don't know. Anyways, so we get there, and we got a break in the rain. Thank God. Got the wheelchair out. Getting her out is a little bit easier than getting her in, because all you got to do is unbuckle her seatbelt and swivel her legs out, and then you just take in under her arms and then just rotate her in and then sit her in the wheelchair. My gosh. So we get her in the wheelchair, we do the visit. He says that she qualifies for hospice, and that he was going to write the orders. Okay, so that's fantastic. So we go to leave the doctor's office. Oh my gosh. And it's storming again. Storming. So we wait until it's just like a steady shower instead of like big drops. And we try to do the same maneuver that we did at home, but we can't quite figure out how we did it. Oh my gosh. And during the time during the visit, my grandma went to the bathroom, number 2. and I didn't bring anything to change her. And the doctor's office didn't offer to help me change her or do anything. So now she's used the bathroom. And the smell is big. What do you do? So I'm trying to figure out how to get her in the car. Mr. Christine is trying to figure out how we got her in the car in the first place. So we remember that he holds her up. I go around, go crawl across the back seat, get my arms, put my arms around her, and then he grabs her legs, and I pull backwards, and he guides her legs in. That's how we got her in the car. Gosh. So we drive all the way home. It is storming. I mean storming. But by the time we got home and we pulled it back into the mother-in-law suite, it started just drizzling. So thank goodness for that. We got her in the wheelchair, swiveled her legs around, held her under her arms, turned her butt to where, when you get out, your head first. And in order to get you to sit in the seat, you got to swivel. Well, her legs won't swivel because she can't move her legs and her feet. So somebody's got to hold her up while the other person moves her legs around so that we can swivel her to get her butt into the wheelchair. So we did all that, got her in, and she thought that I had taken her to the hospital. She was mad. And I think she thought that we took her to the hospital because she sleeps in a hospital bed. And we've got the rails up so that she doesn't roll out. Yeah. Yesterday was a hot, loving meso. So I get her undressed. I get her bed ready. I get all of her stuff ready. I get her underpants changed. She's good to go. She literally, I gave her an Ensure before she went to bed because she was thirsty. And she literally slept all the way until the morning. She was exhausted. So she slept through her dinner. And I wasn't going to wake her because I knew she was exhausted. And I was exhausted. So wake up this morning. Well, let me back up. So finally, the doctor puts in the orders. They are so quick. Hospice called right away. And I mean right away, like boom, right away. And they are coming tomorrow to evaluate, to see if she does qualify for hospice or respite or any kind of home health care, any of the benefits. And I know she has to. She's got dementia. She's 96 years old. She's bedridden. I mean, how could she not? So it's been a process. It has been a process. And thank God that my chemo treatment is not until next week. That way we can put all of this together. And I believe if she qualifies for hospice, she'll get a new bed. She'll get a new mattress. I mean, we just paid pretty good money for a hospital bed. The bed that she had before wasn't going to cut it. It wasn't safe. So we got her a different bed, but the hospice bed, I think, is probably better. But if not, the mattress will probably be better because it's like a memory foam and it has like a little lip all the way around, kind of like a little, I don't know, just like so they don't roll out of bed. But they called right away. So tomorrow they're coming. Thank God. Thank goodness my chemo treatment's not till next week. And hopefully, I can explain the situation and they can have, she'll qualify for help. I'm hoping. If she doesn't qualify for help, just got to do what you got to do, right? I'm very hopeful. The doctor recommended hospice, home hospice. So I don't think they would go against what the doctor recommended. Do you? Do you all think that they would? I think that she'll qualify. We'll know tomorrow now, won't we? I think she'll qualify. But if she doesn't, like I said, I got to pray about it and then leave it at God's feet. My grandma, as I was growing up as a child, was my best friend, my savior, my everything, because my childhood was not a good childhood. It just wasn't. And she was the only shining light in my life. And I owe her everything, and I owe her, she deserves the best of everything. And that is what before she came to live here, she didn't have the best of everything. And now she's in a very comfortable place and has a very nice mother-in-law suite that she resides in, and it's very comfortable. She's got French doors. Her bathroom is an extra wide bathroom, custom ordered door so that it's wide enough for wheelchairs and all kinds of stuff to go through. Her French doors, both sides of the French doors open, so it could be like if she can't go outside, the outside can come into her. Everything is brand new down there. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. I had to sneeze. My allergies are rocking. But, all the spring blooming flowers and the spring blooming trees are killing me. They're killing me. But yeah, she deserves the best of everything. So Mr. Christine and I have been really trying to spoil her, give her the best of everything that we can afford. So please, everybody, pray for me. Pray for Grandma that she gets qualified for hospice. It's important. I am going to really need help. My next chemo treatment is next week, and I know I look so tired. My eyelashes are starting to fall out. My eyebrows are starting to fall out. And I know that I've got makeup on right now. I didn't want to scare you all in the video. So I try to look like a halfway human being when I make my videos. How long have I been talking? 13 minutes. Okay. But yeah, if you could pray for that she qualifies for hospice, and I'll be able to get hospice help for her. Especially just to monitor her health. That way I don't have to take her to the doctors all the time. I don't have to try to get her in the wheelchair and get her in the car. I don't know if any of you have ever tried to get someone in the car who is bedridden, but it is a bear. It is so hard because you don't want to hurt them, but you have to do it. You have to go get in the car, and they can't lift or swivel their legs. They're pretty much just like a big toddler, like not even a toddler, like a big infant. That's the only way I can describe it, because there's zero help when you're trying to get them in the car. There is zero help. And I know it's not her fault, but it's so hard. So if she qualifies for hospice, a nurse will come every single week to check on her condition, and someone will help me at least 1 or 2 days to, bathe her and change her and, help with changing her pants, her pull-up, I don't want to say diaper. I know it's just demeaning when you say it that way. I'm trying to say it in a nicer way, but her underwear, which are really just diapers. So, we're definitely making the right steps. And like I said, if she doesn't qualify and they go against the doctor's recommendation, then I'll just do the best I can. If I'm sick, I'm sick, and I'll have to suck it up, Buttercup. And if I'm throwing up, I'll have to do my throw up stuff and then find space to go and change Grandma when I can. I can't expect Mr. Christine to do that. But I'm a strong person. I could do it. I know I look super tired. And I feel super tired. And when I do feel tired, I do rest. But yeah, so with the chemo, I could tell the eyebrows are starting to go. My eyelashes are starting to fall out. My fingernails are atrocious. So I've only got 3 more treatments left, and I'm looking forward to not have to do any more treatments. I hope I never, ever have to do this again. But with having triple negative breast cancer, now that the cancer is in the lymph nodes, it looks like I'm, it's a 50-50 shot. Having to do chemo again and having to get cancer in a different part of my body other than the breasts. Now, my surgeon was talking to me about keeping one breast. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to have to go through this chemo again. It is horrible. It is horrible. I mean, you can survive it, and I'm trying to stay positive, but nobody wants to go through chemo again. It's definitely put our lives in complete hold. We are like at a standstill. So I don't want to have to go through this again. But my surgeon is just trying to talk me into keeping one breast. He said if it doesn't have cancer in it, why should we remove it? And another thing is that my genealogy came back that there was no signs of it being in my genes. So I don't know if that's another reason why he's talking that way. I don't know. So we'll see. I just don't want to have to go through this again because this is hard. It's very hard. You guys seen my journey. I've showed you everything, the good, bad, and the ugly. And there is a lot of ugly. There's a lot of ugly and there's a lot of good too. So I don't know. But I will tell you that this doesn't last forever. When life is getting hard, just know that this is a temporary thing. It's not going to last forever. Things will get better, and you just got to pray about it and leave it at God's feet. That's it. That's all you got to do. You can't worry about it. The chips will fall where they may, and that's it. You can't do anything else about it. You can't change it. It is what it is. And you keep moping about it and being negative about it and, being upset about it. What's that going to get you? Nothing. All it does is hurt you. So pray about it and leave it at God's feet. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I've done that my whole life. And it has worked out just fine. So, when there's a will, there's a way. If you have a problem, you figure it out. Don't give up. That's all I can say is don't give up. And pray about it. Talk to God. He will answer you. Tell him, I'm going to pray about this and I am leaving it at your feet, God. Please, whatever it is at your will, I will do. And I do that every time and it works out almost every single time. I did take a walk yesterday, and for a mile walk on my property. And yes, I did the treacherous hill climbing as well. I was super tired doing it, but it felt good to get outside. Not yesterday, the day before. I will tell you though, when I woke up this morning, my back from pulling on Grandma yesterday is on fire. My lower back, ooh, both sides are on fire. When I move left or right, I have to clean my house today. I don't like a messy house at all. Everything has to be clean. I'm like a clean freak. And so I have to clean my house today. And my back is hurting. So I'm going to be taking an ibuprofen, maybe 2 ibuprofens. I don't like to take medicine unless I have to. I absolutely have to. And I have a high pain tolerance. So I may or I may not, just depending on, how I'm feeling after I get done cleaning my house. But anyways, I just was stopping in to let you all know what went on with Grandma's doctor appointment. And so, yes, the doctor did. We got her in the car. We got her out of the car. We got her into the doctor. The doctor's seen her. She did qualify according to him. And he wrote a recommendation for her to have hospice. And so then we got her back into the car, got her back out of the car when we got home, and got her into bed safely. So that is good. And hospice is coming tomorrow. So that's a blessing in itself. So there's lots of blessings to be had here. Also, before I leave, I wanted to give a big shout out and prayers. If you all could also include Gracie, which is anonymous call, or I forget what her name was, her YouTube name, but her granddaughter's name is Gracie. She is 14 years old and she has cancer and she is in the hospital. So if you all can include her in your prayers, and also Coupon Mama's dad is in the hospital too. So if you can include him in your prayers, I would greatly appreciate it. So please pray for Gracie, which is anonymous call granddaughter, and also Coupon Mama's dad. He's in the hospital too. So I love you all so much. Thank you all for the prayers, the support, the encouragement, the love that you all have shown me. And I couldn't do it without you. I love you all so much. And I enjoy hearing your all stories and reading your comments. So thank you for being a part of my family. Thank you for walking my journey with me. And I will see you on the next time. Love you all. Bye.